Thank you, Chairman. It's great to be with all my colleagues and appreciate everyone coming out. What I think is important as we absorb what this administration is doing is remembering that they're not just policies and executive orders that are targeting this unknown population. They're targeting people in our communities, especially the communities that the folks on this stage represent. These are parents, children, uncles, aunts, who are going to be targeted and impacted by what this administration chooses to do, and why it's so important that we stand together, unified, against these harmful policies. Further, when they're coming into our communities, for our neighbors, for our friends, for our family, they've said that no place is off limit. So think about that. In your church, in your parish, in your community health center, in your children's school, you could have an ICE raid. So it's not just this group of people that's faceless, that's nameless. These are people that we interact with every single day. And they're coming directly into our communities, into the places that are supposed to be sacred and safe for all of us. That's where they're coming. There is no end, there is no limit to their cruelty and to what they seek to do to us. When we think about these stories, we're talking about people who, on average, have been here for over 15 years. I represent a district where over 40% of the people that live there were born outside the country. I've had interactions already, before Trump's first day in office, where a person who's been here most of his life, whose 2 adult children were born and raised here, and who are American citizens, won't leave his house without one of them. A person who's contributed so much to our communities won't leave his house without one of his children because he's afraid of what could happen if he were to be approached, seized, held in detention by ICE and other federal authorities. So we have a lot of work to do. This group knows the threat that is at our doorstep, but we're not going to be silent. And we're going to fight for our communities. We're going to fight for the people who we call neighbors, and we're going to fight for a future for this country that is reflective of who we really are, when we stand alongside each other, when we believe in each other, because this country has always believed in us. So now it's time for us to pay it back, to pay it forward, to make sure that we move this country in the right direction. So look forward to all the work ahead. Thank you, Chairman.